Okay, I am back, and so many things just flying around in my head. I've been thinking about what I've been seeing so far. Wait. Oh, give me a second. I've been thinking about something in the break, which was that quote at the start. Let me also put the tea bag in the tea. So that quote at the start is from Byron. Starting back up. There we go. The quote at the start, not Byron, well, from Wilde. So the picture of Dorian Gray. Now, if you don't know or haven't read it, picture of Dorian Gray is basically the story of somebody who gets painter to paint like a magical picture of him, and that person, the person will not grow old. It's the painting that'll grow old, but the painting also adjusts to what he does. So since he is immortal, sort of, you know, lives forever, doesn't get sick, doesn't get hurt, doesn't get fat, doesn't, just nothing. So what happens is that that person ends up just doing all kinds of immoral things, and his painting just completely falls apart because of it. And, you know, eventually, you know, the painting gets destroyed, and then it all comes back to him, yada, yada, yada. So that makes me think as well that the reference to Oscar Wilde makes you sort of think, like, what has the person done? The narrator here, the person we are. Just, I don't know. I think that has to be the origin of it. That has to be something to do with it. The person we, you know, the protagonist of the game has done something terrible to get him to that point. He's already hiding away his weird painting somewhere that the cleaning lady is not allowed to see. And clearly, he's already murdering people, taking skin, and all kind of creepy stuff. So something's going on there. Okay. So we've gotten the blood, which is most likely to be our paint. And this again, fire imagery, burning, blackening, but also as though we are inside a painting. Let's see where I need to go to get out. Hey, hello? What does that do? Oh, that puts it forward and backwards, doesn't it? If I do it backwards, I can rewind the clock, and everything becomes better again. No, that's forwards.
Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare,
and everything gets better again.
Right on her toes, and when she bumped my nose, I fell, and when I rose, I felt ashamed.
Skin theft is a creepy. Doctors do baby all the time. Wow. Okay, think of the implication here. Backwards meant burning. Forwards meant healing.
All around, doubling all around, doubling all around.
So we've now cured this all the way, as it were. Forwards is cleaning, healing, fixing. Backwards was destroying. Again, that is the past is holding you back, was the hint that we got. There is something behind this thing. Okay. Yeah, get ready for that thing on the left. Hi, kitty. The thing on the left turns out to be Indy. And we are back with the blood. Okay, Enable. Now we found new stuff. Yeah, see, so I think I missed out on 3 photos that I could have found. Can't stand seeing like this. You know well. You were sweating and shaking all night. Now there you are, locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense just got to stop. Oh, really now?
Oh, stop looking at me like that. It's just a little something to help me focus on my work, that's all.
So definitely had an alcohol problem. Oh god, the flesh flamingos. Hate even now, lost. You deserve it. A grave for you. Finish it. Okay, let's do it. Give me more flesh flamingos. God, ugh. Morphing into a large flesh cave. It's not good news. When I think of a syringe. Okay, so yeah, the same sort of thing we heard just now. Whispering reminds me of the end of Dead Space. Isaac? Oh, yes. Hey there, mighty kitty. Again, so, you have a Turkish exam. Hey, didn't you have a biology exam today? How did that go? We'll continue to watch the stream. Yeah, just to see the torture, right? The music is so good, though. Oh, well, that's normal. Okay. Look, if you didn't like red, you should have just said so. Okay. I know what you're doing to yourself, though, mighty kitty cat. Watching this stream. That's indeed a very rude ghost. Here's the thing I'm thinking, by the way. I am now 2 things in of possible 6. You hated that vase too? Vase, I'm sorry. What's wrong with a nice piano? Just the that is me getting a jump scare. God, the lighting makes this so cool. Hello. But a boy who wakes up in a cave. He finds a mysterious note and a gun. He then journeys through various environments, woods, fields, rivers. Eventually, he winds up in a small cabin, where it turns out this has all been a product of his subconscious. Hello, small cabin, product of subconscious. Brought upon by a traumatic childhood memory. He killed a guy who had murdered his father. In the real world, he's been drooling in a loony bin this whole time. Get it? The twist is sort of gimmicky, but I think it works. Could you storyboard this for me if you're interested? I'll send you the details right away. Frankly, I think you should take this job. It pays well. It will take your mind off of, well, you know, everything else. Please, there's no space here. Let me know as soon as possible. Thomas Caldwell. product of your subconscious, a house. Hello. It's good. Thanks for asking. Cool. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. Hey there, Gracie K. How are you doing? And Mighty Kitty Cat. Well, you did mention it yesterday, so I figured polite to ask. Gracie K, thank you so much for that follow. I was just waiting for the... Really? Tracy, sweetie, you know what's going on here, right? There's a monster that's gonna be hunting me. That's why this game has a run feature. I'm gonna have to be running from monsters soon. Ah. Scared. Oh, Silver Ice Makers is just hosting us. Thank you so much. It's gonna be the invasion of the silvers again. Remember that one, Silver Ice Makers? I think we had 4 silvers. Yeah, X marks the spot, huh? Always look back at the darkness. Creditor's block? Creator's block. Ah, like writer's block, right? Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy scary things. Creator's block. Well, that's creepy. It's a Flying Dutchman. Scary, you played it 3 times, Gracie K? Cool. This is my absolute first playthrough, so... That's normal. That door's gonna fly closed, right? No? Oh, hello, Key. Loki? Haha. How about we, Thank you. We don't need that door? No? Hello, creepy things? No? Nice. Turn around, you're in the room. Nice. That's a good switch. It's a good bait and switch. I like that. Okay. Any other lamps or lights? Have I ever played Dishonored? Mighty Kitty Cat? No, I never have, actually. I heard it's pretty good. I've seen shards of it. It's, nah, calling it a first-person shooter would be wrong, but... I remember something about whales. Don't forget the new moon on the 9th. 9th of June. 9th of June. Wasn't that the opening? That was the opening, wasn't it? Whoa! Well, that can only end well. Yeah, Dishonored, I've heard it's gonna be cool. Outlast, no, I've never played Outlast either. That is a horror game, isn't it? It's my 15th. More notes today, even worse than before. Sad part is, I agree with every word. So it's the notes, like the estrangement. You are alone. That's the start of the game, wasn't it? You are alone. He isolated himself. Same hallway again. That's a lot of books. Horror, but it's so good. I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I think it's somewhere in like a mental hospital, isn't it? Oh, come on, how can I not read that? That looks like such a thing to read. Let's go into the darkness, why not? Okay, but let's first look at the other one. Because you always know creepy things happen over here. Blind fools? Oh, I could go there or I could go here. I want to see this. Why is my head turning to this? There we go. Blind fools. Cretins. Ignorance. Ingrates. Plus the DLC is good too. Nice, that's for Outlast, right? You talking about? Okay, let's just have a look. Oh, that's not creepy in the slightest.
Ugly. Ugly? You ordered a true portrait, so that's where I painted, you fucking pleb. Maybe I need to kick some artistic sense into your stupid face!
Wow. Dude, you've got some anger issues there. Give me a second here. Dishonored and Outlast. Let's have a... Just making a list and seeing whether I'll like the games or not. There we go. Now this one I'm pretty much playing because Vaynen in chat so kindly donated it. Because apparently it was supposed to be a really good game. So far, it is fun. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Stressful. Again, by the way, glasses, seeing, perceiving. What do you think is real? What do you think is not real? Yeah, thank you so much, Vaynen. Thank you so much. Okay, so I can go down there. Is this basically your way of not having to play a horror game yourself, just forcing me to play it for you? I need a cup of tea. Fortunately, I have quite the cup of tea. A little bit too hot. Should have put some ice cubes in that. Okay. No paintings, okay. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Too many pipes here though. Smoking is bad for you, buddy. Burns down your house, I've heard. More photos. The mug? Yeah, totally the mug. Person that like playing horror games, I can get that. You don't have a console. Yep. Yeah, I don't have any consoles either. I'm a little bit of a PC Master Race kind of guy. Won't say I told you so, but you told you so. Yeah, you did play all the Dead Spaces, right? It was pretty much your year of your life. That was tense, though. Thing about Dead Space is it's creepy, but at the same time you can fight the monsters, right? So again, forwards and backwards as a theme. But yeah, you can fight the monsters. It makes them a little less scary. Yeah, okay, that's very normal. That happens to me all the time. Look at her like, I can't listen to this anymore. Okay. Hello? Hello? Housekeeping. Oh, here we are again. Come on up. Hello? How about we walk the other way? There we go.
Yes, speak.
Hello? Yes, speaking. What? What fire?
The moment my wife gets burned?
Oh, God. Is she... Which hospital?
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Knew you'd figure that one out. Well, you know, baby, it's not that difficult. So indeed, yeah. It's I love the hinting. Restless memories. But you know me, baby, you know me. Restless memories. Always with the darkness and the flickering lights. Whoa, hello, buddy. You're kind of weird. What are you doing there, buddy? Can I touch you? Are you okay? You look kind of cold. Do you need a jacket? You're shivering, buddy. Come on. Okay, well, you know, if you don't want to, I can also just leave you alone. You sure you don't want to come in? What? It's a regular occurrence. Can I read that? Flapping, be quiet. Flapping horror, be quiet. Constantly flapping, eating other rats. There's flying rats now? Your rats have turned into bats? Through? Thoughts. Something thoughts. Where's my... I want a light switch. Where's a light switch? Well, that did the trick. It's just a pity I can't read the thing about the thoughts anymore. Don't you like how I redecorate the room? Imagine that, you come into a room and there's just, you know, dead bodies, blood everywhere. Like how I redecorated the room, honey. So, you know what I'm thinking? We keep seeing the same thing. So on the one hand you could say, well, programming limitations and so on. At the same time though, could be lovely and symptomatic of like memories, as in... Nice. You know, he has a limited amount of things he remembers. You're gonna look at me one of these days.